Yo, yo, it's your boy Sedvi right here, listening about this world war again. Um, Honestly, bro, you gotta question every fucking thing, baby. Everything. Because, there's people that supposedly die, but they don't die. You know? So it's like, you gotta question that death, bro. It's gotta be 1,000, 1,000, 1,000, 1,000% that person, bro. Because of the fact that you have to remember that when you're hot sauce like that, you can hear mooching going, people want that information. People want that intel, people want to know what the deal is. So you have to question that death. And at the same time, after questioning that death, you have to ask yourself, is going to war over a lie worth it? And then what happens when the truth comes out? American lives could be at the hands of a decision that's based on a lie. So you have to question a lot of stuff. It's just like you have to think about America and being at war and being in debt. This would really destroy America because it won't be a arms race. It'll be an economical destruction of America. Because think about it, you support a army that's gonna jump into an argument with no valid reason to be in the argument. Other countries are going to say that we're being bullies. Other countries are going to say, well, let's not buy their products. They're jumping all in the Kool-Aid. They're doing all these things. There's so many variables. And America's been at war for so long that people just don't want to believe it anymore. And people just don't want to be in debt. And that's where they're going to hit. You're going to hit with the economic warfare where it's like we're going to hurt ourselves based on our actions. And we're going to look like bullies because then we're going to be broker, and then we're going to be hurting even more, and then companies aren't going to want to work with us. They're going to disconnect us from the world. So it's like, I don't know. So you have to question everything. You have to have solid facts, solid proof, and at the same time, you know Trump being the president, saying that he wanted to take troops out of war, you know, for him to go and put people in war would put him in a really bad position, especially if there was any casualties over an argument between two old fucks that had nothing to do with it. I honestly think that death needs to be checked. It's just we cannot afford to go to war. You know, because of the economic impact that it would have on America, on the manufacturers, on people that make groceries. You know what I mean? God, like we would be totally fucked. And then not to mention the faith battles, bro. Oh God, we'd never hear the end of it. It would go from a military standpoint to a religious war. And those religious wars are crazy if you're not a faithful person. The common person will fall into some bullshit. But it's just crazy. It's just sometimes people are educated, and you have to give the American public credibility and the ability to be skeptical, because at the same time you have to understand that people are tired of going to war, and people are tired of the effects of war. And the general population is like, fuck, bro, I want the new fucking Xbox. This could raise the price, man. Wow, toilet paper went up 3 cents. Fuck, I could barely wipe my ass today, bro. And that's the type of shit that'll keep people in poverty. And that's the type of shit that'll keep people in wealth, and people in ability to buy stuff wealthy. And shit like this is kind of like when two guys argue over one girl, and she's stuck in between the two because they're both fucking her life up, and all they do is trade her back and forth. That's what this war shit does to the American public. It's like we're on or we're off. We're off. It creates a social apartheid, and then when you create that social apartheid, you get the '70s again, and then everybody hates GI Joe again, and then it creates another fucking wall of fucking you gotta shake fucking Camel Boy's hand so you can come back to life. You get taking the fucking social punishment for fucking serving America when America is not serving America. America is serving private armies and private people. That's what happens, and that's why those soldier dudes get punished, and that's why they get the ass whooping the way they get it. That's why they have suffices. That's why there's apartheid between the army world and the civilian world, because not everybody agrees with war. And then when you're broke as fuck and you have nothing possibly going on in your life, That looks like a way out, but it's really a way into more poverty, because you have to have like 7 years of being broke before they let you reintegrate into regular life. But it's crazy. It's a punishment on punishment. It's just, people with power pulling strings, doing favors for each other. But I don't think Americans should die for it. I don't think the economy should suffer. You know, because that's what'll happen. Because if first of all, it's like America needs to solve its own problems. We're in an economic like fuck up. We can't be hopping in the Kool-Aid for other stuff. But the reason I seriously think you need to chest to death is because think about it. When you're dealing with high people like that, you could fake their death just to get the information on the shit that they were doing. Because they can what you cannot beat the fucking creator, bro. Like if you came up with a fucking video game and you're the only motherfucker that know how to make the fucking video game, and you fucking pretend to die, you'd be the best fucking player in the world because you created the fucking video game. You have all the cheat codes and everything. So that's the reason you have to question America, because America lies a lot, and that economic shit. Who's making what on the back end, and is it really about cocaine?